here. Uh, I'm a little bit quite chuffed, and I'm loving the whole brain things that I've done through the week. I spoke about you and your brain. I spoke yesterday about your brain on forgiveness. I figured that today, let me speak about beliefs on your brain or your brain on beliefs. Uh, I'm obviously gonna come. I'm gonna sound a little bit offensive, or I'm gonna come a bit charging to religions. Trust me, it's not my mission. I'm just gonna be speaking about a whole lot of stuff that has to do with belief. What is a belief? How do you define a belief? How does a belief affect you and me? Particularly your brain. So that's what we're talking about today. If you got some minutes to spare, join us. I got some few books that I have lined up. Some of them gonna look very blasphemous. you know. Some of them you definitely gonna wanna run. I'll show you one of them. Where is it? I just had it now. But while people are coming in through, welcome. You got some afternoon to spare or you on lunch, consider joining me for a couple of minutes. We're going to be speaking about belief and your brain, or beliefs on your brain. How does a belief hold you back? How does a belief help you to live a good life or a better life? Because I don't know whether you're aware of this, the whole life, it's all around belief systems. Do you believe that you can? Or do you believe that you can't? You're both usually right. So we're going to be talking about a little bit about belief. One of the books that we're going to be reading from is this one, Mormonism Unmasked. This is a book by R. Philip Roberts. You can find it at Take a Lot, Mormonism Unmasked. I'm showing you this book because at some point I'm going to switch to speak about religion. We're going to speak about Christianity, of course, but not only Christianity. Before my Christian friends start saying, oh, here he goes again. We're also going to be addressing several religions, your Islam, your Buddhism, your Hinduism, your Jainism. So I'm going to be mentioning up religions not to speak ill on them, but just to mention some few facts that I think were omitted out. I don't know whether some of the things were not put in intentionally, or some of the things were erroneously not put in the Bible or any other spiritual book, but that's what we're speaking about today. So if you're here for the first time, you kind of like what we're talking about, you can follow the brother. You can double tap the screen. You will notice that I'm not going to keep quiet a lot because I'm also doing this for YouTube. If you haven't checked out my YouTube, please go to my home profile. You click somewhere there, you'll see, it'll send you straight to my YouTube. So what I do is I speak about aspects here and I upload them on YouTube. But before we can go on, because that way tends to open me up to a lot of audience and most of the times new people, I find myself having to say this over and over. This platform, whatever that I speak about, I am not to be believed. I'm not selling any religion. If it sounds as if like it's somebody that you can follow, go find someone else to follow, not me, please. You know. But right here on TikTok, please follow the brother. It helps me with the numbers. You can also gift to the platform. You can also double tap the screen. It sends out the likes. Send up your comments. You can also share this. Unless you don't want people to know that you are into these things. Bantatile, you find me right just when I just started. 12:12. That's a good time. That's a good time. Check out your clock. It says 12:12. Interesting. I know that there's freaks in my audience. That's why I don't choose whoever that wants to listen to this, because to me, religion really doesn't matter. Whether you go to church or you don't go to church, it really doesn't, I don't give a damn. Because all is energy. There's a problem that we have with religion or beliefs. We think it's the end of it all. Now you go to church, they told you that you're going to go to heaven. You think other people are stupid. And now you don't understand that heaven and hell are nothing but concepts of the mind. You can find it in this book. So the story of you going to heaven after you die, that story doesn't hold water anymore. For me, I don't know, some people, they still fuck around with the bearded God, somebody there, grandfather, and I don't have a problem with that. But with the same breath, I'm also extending the invitation to anybody. You are a witch, you are a preacher, you are a poet, you are a monk, you are a priest, you are a nun. I understand that all these things are instruments, but our true self, it's in us, which makes us all one. So if I hate you because you go to church or you don't go to church, that's a very dangerous game, because the parable of the sower says, if you plant something, it's going to come back to you. So now if you hate your brother, you're hating yourself. If you judging your brother, you're judging yourself. So why should I hate you because you don't go to church or you don't believe in what I believe in? Why do we do that? That's what I'm saying on this platform. You don't believe me. I show you books so that you can go read for yourself. The book title, this one, Mormonism Unmasked. I'm coming for Christians, and I got nothing against you. My wife is a big Christian. I grew up a staunch Christian. I don't have a problem with any form of religion. It's just that I'm here to speak about a few things that I think Christianity left out by mistake. I hope so. And not only Christianity, but all kind of type of religions. So you thinking that you can hate your brother because they do this or they believe in that, that's very stupid. It's very cocomelonish. Done with that, let's move on. So that's one of the books. People say when I show them books, I don't take some time to hold them on. So let me hold them on. This is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. This is Mormonism Unmasked by Dr. Philip Roberts. This is the Religions book. I speak about this one a lot, so you can go get it yourself. The reason why I'm saying that I should not be believed, some of the opinions obviously are personally mine. So if I tell you that God is black and she's a woman, I'm not saying you should believe that. It works for me. Find something that works for you. If a crystal works for you, do that. If prayer works for you, do that. If Hopatla works for you, do that. But now why do you have to judge other people who do it differently than you? That's a sign of immaturity. Sorry. My opinion. So if you love it here, follow the brother. Check out my YouTube. The link is somewhere there. This week I spoke about the brain. I also spoke about the brain on forgiveness. Today I'm speaking about the brain on belief, or belief on brain. I'm here to postulate a very difficult thesis. I'm here to prove to you that some of the beliefs might be holding you back. It's not God who's holding you back. I know you want to say that. I know they told you to blame somebody else. But I'm submitting it to you that it's not necessarily somebody that is holding you back from the outside. It's most of the times your beliefs. Do you think you're beautiful? Or do you think you're ugly? What do you say to you? What do you normally say to you about yourself? also known as your thoughts. What are your thoughts towards you? What do you believe about you? Do you think you can't do it? Do you think you can do it? Do you think you are deserving or you're not deserving? Do you think you can make money or do you think that you're going to remain broke? That's a belief at play. That's what a belief is. I just gave you a very broad, expanded definition of belief. That's what a belief is. If you think that you're not going to heal from that grief, you're probably not going to heal. Not to say that the grief is not going to leave you, because you believe that you're not going to heal from grief. So let's go. I want to show you the books before I can start, so that you guys can go research, because I know that, you know, some of you guys are sitting there holding pens and say, no, this is wrong, this is right. I don't give a damn about that. On this platform, I don't really believe in arguments, because what is it that we're going to gain from arguing? Do you want to tell me that Buddha is stronger than Krishna? Do you want to tell me that Zen Buddhism is much more stronger than Japanese Buddhism? Do you want to tell me that Protestant is much more better than Lutheran? Do you want to tell me that ZCC is much more stronger than Roman Catholic? They're all the same. You know, they're all the same. I don't know, probably you've heard this before, but if you haven't, you were as shocked as I was when I learned this. But then we're still going on thinking Jesus was not white, as black. Hey, bruh. To start with, the Bible should not be taken only literally. I'm not saying entirely. We're sitting where we're sitting religiously, particularly when it comes to the Bible, is because a lot of us have made things to be literal. We have anthropomorphized principles. We have made them into human beings. To start with, names that are in the Bible don't necessarily mean that they were existent materially in a grosser form. Those were principles. Like when you go to the book of Exodus, they tell you about Moses parting the Red Sea. Neuroscientists will tell you that your brain is divided into two lobes. It's divided by what they call the corpus callosum. So now for you to be able to be enlightened, you're going to have to break the corpus callosum to marry the right brain with the left brain. This is when you reach the harmonic state. That is parting the Red Sea. But now we want to take it literal, you know, we're still looking for Moses. You know. But these are my opinions. If you're offended, follow the brother nonetheless, man. We're looking for the likes here. By the way, I'm not to be believed. I'm just that guy who just came around with a shit ton amount of books. I just want to do my videos for YouTube. I happen to do it here on TikTok platform. So if I bumped or you bumped in my timeline and you love what you're hearing or love what you're seeing, consider sticking around. I think I'm going to be here until 1 o'clock. We're speaking about belief on your brain, or your brain on belief. And if you got questions, let's make it fun. Paste your questions. And if you got money, gift to the brother. It's not only the pastors that needs to be given money, you know. Even some of us, you know. But enough with that. Let me show you one of the books before I can continue. The Dead Sea Scrolls. This is the book by Edmund Wilson. The Dead Sea Scrolls. You've manifesting. What's my belief on manifesting? I'll answer you with a book. That's how I normally answer people. And I know a lot of people tend to get fucked up and pissed off, you know. But let me show you what is my take on manifesting. Think and Grow Rich. I want you to get yourself this book and I want you to go to the chapter of sexual transmutation. I think it's chapter 17, if I'm not mistaken. Sexual transmutation. I want you to read it very slowly and tell me what you understand about it. Your answer on manifestation will come from this book. Not to say you should entirely believe whatever that this book speaks about, which is what we need to do. When you read a book, you don't necessarily only have to read the book that you agree with. Why would you do that? Do you call it growth? You're regurgitating one thing over and over and over. You're reading one book. Where's growth? It's like when people go to meetings or when people go to seminars, they want to be told what they know to be reaffirmed. No, sometimes you should be shocked, bros. I mean, like on this platform, I tell you that God is a woman and she's black. And I know that is ought to piss you off. You know? But I'm not there. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Get yourself this book, even if it's not this one particular. The Dead Sea Scrolls, in it you'll find a lot of contextual conversations about what a belief is. I like this book, or I like this concept, because it also speaks about the concept of Gnosticism. And for you, before you can start saying, oh, there he goes again, let me show you the power of Gnosticism. This is what inspired your today's Bible. This. The Gnostics inspired the Bible. But let me not get naughty, you know. Just get back on the belief and the brain. A belief is like a program. I want us to use the analogy of a computer. Remember the computers we used to have, the Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, Pentium 4. Then Microsoft came about. Then obviously Apple came with their Macs, expensive for nothing machines. By the way, when I say that, there's a paper that was released about the Mac, the Apple company. This paper was very controversial because they were disclosing the built-in obsolescence on their devices. You know the Apple phones and your whatever, it has the built-in obsolescence, meaning after a certain period it's gonna break. It has to break. That's how they pumped up their sales. So if you're having your old iPhone and it switches off from time to time, it's a problem by design. So here you are, you get yourself a computer, right? By the way, let me just say this in case you're here for the first time. Let's keep it pumping. You can like up the page. You can follow the brother. If you find us on YouTube, you can also subscribe to the channel. Well, if you got a few thousands to spare, you can also gift it to the channel. Unless you're still struggling with the spirit of stinginess, we will pray for you. Or no, better yet, pray for yourself. Because giving starts the process of receiving. If you want money, give money. If you want love, give love. If you want forgiveness, give forgiveness. You get the point? Sermon on the Mount in the Bible. Sounds familiar? You give that which you need. If you want love, give love. You see me here on TikTok speaking to you guys as if like I'm dishing up the knowledge. This shit is for me. I know it sounds very unbelievable, but it's fine. Let's go ahead. Time for Africa. Woo-hoo! What a powerful name that is. Amazing. Thank you for the follow. Chene. Welcome, champ. Today we're speaking about belief on your brain, or your brain on belief. So now we're explaining how a belief works. You get the computer, or already you have the computer. Hopefully you have the latest one. You know, you don't have that machine that you have to slap from time to time. You know, just to resuscitate it and to bring it back to life. Let's say you have a beautiful computer. Now, your computer, it's analogous to your brain, or your computer, it can be likened to your physical brain, the computer that you see. But now, your computer, for it to work, it has to have programs. You gotta have Microsoft 8, Microsoft 9. I believe that. Yeah. Time for Africa, I will get to it. Thank you very much. It's a good question actually, because it has a lot to do with belief as well. The whole issue with karma, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about it. I just want to lay a bit of a platform about what a belief is, or what I think a belief is. So what happens is you get this computer. When you switch on the computer, depending on the program that you have, that is going to affect the performance of your computer. Old program, slow performance. Program that has been pirated, like your antiviruses that you don't want to go buy at the store, you pirate it somewhere, it obviously going to give you limited functionalities. Now, a computer, it's likened to your brain. A program on a computer, I'm likening it into your, or I'm saying a program on your computer, it's more like a belief on your brain. That's what a belief is. Do you believe that God is punishing you? Who told you that? Do you believe that your ancestors are punishing you? Who told you that? The more and more you leave these beliefs unquestioned, they are like the program running your computer. Some of the programs or some of the beliefs are outdated. Do you believe that you're not worth to start a TikTok channel? Do you believe that you're not worthy of love? Do you believe that you can be a millionaire? Or when I speak about a million, your body's like, whoo, not me, doing what? By the way, that's a form of a belief. But now, here's where the danger is. Do you know where the danger is when it comes to belief? A belief that remains unquestioned controls our lives. You somehow have it written in your brain that you're not worthy of love. And you wonder why you can't keep a relationship. You wonder why you don't have a beautiful relationship with your children. At some point, you might have told yourself that you're not worthy of that. As a result, that keeps on following you. What you need to do is to say, hold on, why am I having this around my life? Why is it that I don't have money? Why is it that my teeth are falling off? You know, why is it that when I ask people for giftings, nobody give me, like here on TikTok, even on YouTube, you guys are very stingy. Cease. Even a like. But it's fine, I'm doing up my videos for the YouTube anyway, you know, other beliefs, even yours. Yes, MV, if you fight your limitations, you get to keep them. This is now when you go to a very spiritual concept. According to the Tao, that is the Japanese or the Oriental belief system, came about by Confucius. It was taken by somebody else, Tao Te Ching. I don't know who even wrote it, but I love the concept. This is how it works. You must take the path of least resistance. Whatever that you fight, whatever that you resist, will always persist. So if you're going through low bank balance right now and you want to fight it back, you don't understand that you are misspending your energy. You should follow the process. Go where it takes you. You know. Let me see if I have my Tao the Pooh book here. Hold on. You know, when my wife comes and cleans in here, things tend to go missing, you know. Like now, I don't know where that book is, but it's all about. The book is all about Tao Te Ching. Tao Te Ching is one of those things to say the law of least resistance. They call it the concept, the Japanese calls it, they call it the concept of Wu Wei. You don't fight the process. If you're going through the toughest of periods right now, wait it out. If nothing works for you right now, wait it out. This is what the Japanese are saying. I was just actually nimbling a little bit on your comment to say whatever that you fight remains with you. So don't fight the process. I know you want to fight the process. You're like, what's good about my position right now? My health is failing, my finances are failing, everything is failing. What's good about this? I don't know. You have to figure that out. But wait it out. Tando, thank you for the follow. Go see the follow. If you're here as well, you can follow the brother. Why be bad? Do you like my decoration? I got it all fixed out for you guys, you know. I'm a very good host. Even you guys there on YouTube, you don't even want to subscribe to my channel, but you know, I put an effort to decorating like this. And if you're here, I'm here until 1 o'clock. I'm speaking about belief on your brain. It's this life meant for... Yeah, no, if you fuck around with it, let's fuck around with it. Let's go with it, Tando. Probably it's meant for you, just like it's meant for me. So now let's go ahead. So now you get this computer, you got this Pentium 1, and now it's 2024. We all know that Pentium 1, it's not going to work on a 2024 machine. Pentium 1, it's not even going to be taken by the new machine. For you to be able to get the full functionality of your 2024 machine, you have to upgrade your software. Software, belief. Program, software. Software, belief. Remember, you are the computer. Yeah? Ooh. Oof. Hey, have you been reading some Japanese Buddhism, hey? Ice grapes. Hey man, your comments, they sound so mellow, you know. But thank you very much for that. So, what you do is, what is a Pentium 1? What is an old belief in your new computer? You're worth it. You are worth it. You beautiful. You great. Without makeup, without your teeth being filled, look at mine. And do you think you're better off? You probably still have your full set of teeth. I mean, look at my teeth. You know, it's all a show in here. I don't even know what happened. I just lost the track of time and they started falling off. It's probably because of sugar. What am I trying to say? You don't have to figure out the whole shit before you can start appreciating yourself. You're going through the toughest or the most, Ziakala, everything is on a loudspeaker right now. Don't just go through it. Grow through it. You know, you're like, I wonder, how is this pain going to be like today? You know? Hey, Tlahu, same here. I wonder, how is this pain going to be like today? You know that you're going to go through pain. You don't argue that. But now you're learning to roll with the punches. Instead of you moping around, saying that you don't have money, I don't have a big ass, I don't have curves, guys will be like, my manhood is probably smaller than his. I'm trying to mention up things that all of us are not respecting ourselves, because every time when you compare yourself, you are disrespecting yourself. And I don't know whether you know how much a lot of us disrespect ourselves. Somebody has a curve and you don't have a curve, you think you are inadequate. What the fuck? Like, who came up with the whole idea? You know, like, God gave you your body. Do you think you were just a mistake? That's a belief. That's a Pentium 1 on a 2024 computer. That shit ain't gonna work. Sam V, it's on my bio. I've always wanted to say that, you know. I've pinned it on my bio. So you click there, you'll go straight to my channel. So I do these videos in a very unorthodox way. I do it live on TikTok, then I take it exactly the way how it is. I paste it on YouTube. Don't mind, it doesn't show the names. So yeah, it's just a video of me ranting around, saying nothing for like an hour. But if you find something out of this, please consider supporting the channel or something like that. You know, when you speak to the people, particularly on social medias, every time when you mention money, they want to run away. You know? So we somehow going to have to call it donations, supporting, or whatever that you want to call it. My numbers are right here on the platform. There's no such thing as failure. Somebody meditated. You got your chakras aligned today, hon. You light up your incense and everything is communicating. You know, you're so mellow. Your energies are so nice. But let's just go on then. Now, how do you then upgrade your software, or how do you upgrade your beliefs? You have to become your own IT professional technician. You have to start now knowing how your brain works. Because remember, beliefs are the proponents of the brain. A brain processes your beliefs. Computer, software. Do you know what is in your head right now? What's your brain? How does your brain work? Do you even have an idea that your brain has 100 billion neurons? Quadrillions on quadrillions, quadrillions of or they call them synapses, connections. Your brain has dendrites, axons. Your brain has neurons. There's a show happening in your head right now. You need to know your brain works so that you can, you know, you learn your brain. I mean, like, go watch the movies like The Matrix. Go check out The Matrix. Go check out Doctor Strange. The first one and the second one. Doctor Strange and Strange Multiverses. Also go check out Spider-Man in Multiverses. They show you there how your brain works. What does the brain do on outdated beliefs? It shuts down. You believe that you're not worth it, so your brain doesn't find a use or a need for it to prove to you you're worth it. So you don't think that you can bring a change to someone's life. Your brain is also saying, no, I don't think I can do that. How do you start upgrading up your software? By telling yourself a different story. I can do it. I can heal myself. It sounds fun, it sounds stupid, but for somebody that has been on a journey of rewriting their beliefs, this thing sounds so simple, it almost sounds stupid. But that's how you change your beliefs. Some people call them affirmations. The shit that you say every day. I'm great. I'm great. Some days you don't feel like it, you know. You were like, what's so great about me? This is Adam and Eve. You see them right there. This is Mary, also known as Venus, if you are into astrology. I mean the difference between believing and decolonizing. Time for Africa. I'm going to have to answer that because it takes me straight to my next point. This is a Kemetic African royal calendar. You can get it for yourself. But now, here's what I've realized. A lot of people want to get things for free. Especially the woke people. They like getting PDF books for free. You know, they want to be given consultations for free. Have you ever heard of an economics term that says there is no such a thing as a free lunch? Whenever when something comes to you for free, you should ask the intentions. This is what you're talking about, decolonizing. Whenever when somebody gives you something for free, you should ask for the intention. Let me tell you why. Not for you to be paranoid. No, don't be like that. Sometimes some people do things willingly from the bottom of their heart. So you don't need to be paranoid. But you need to be attuned. You need to pay attention. Let me show you. Particularly speaking about beliefs. Back in the days, the so-called Bible was never understood by the masses. The so-called Bible that you have in your house was never understood by the masses. The Bible was only understood by the clergies. This is before the Bible got converted into Latin. By the way, the guy that wrote or converted or translated the Bible to Latin is the guy by the name of Martin Luther King Sr. The guy that gave you the Protestant church. So before then, the masses, remember, people never knew how to read and write. It was not important. Reading and writing, it looks like it's a new thing, but it was not important. Because we were tonal people. We understood that everything was energy, so we didn't have to write the shit down. Why write it down? So, the clergies will come and teach the Bible to the masses. But only them could read it. Only them could understand it. So now the people were having it from the word of mouth. Also, quote unquote, getting it for free. Be careful of getting things for free. Going around and believing everybody that almost sounds like they know what they're talking about, you want to follow them. Don't do that. Sometimes, by eating things for free, you will eat poison. Look where we're sitting as an African civilization. We were given things for free. Even now still, we're still plagued by that. People still don't want to read. Even today, you show them a book, they like, psst, I'm gonna watch Uzala, bro. I mean, like, come on, man. So decolonizing and belief, same WhatsApp group. It just depends from whence you're coming from. You want us to speak about it from the medicine point of view? Of course, let's do that. I came here prepared, folks. I spoke about this book last night. Ancient Herbs, Modern Medicine. In this book here, this is what they say. These are the teachings that came from the Oriental texts. Oriental, it could mean Chinese, Indian, anything that's on the other side. The Eastern mythology, if I was to call it that. They tell you, no, but I can't finish this thing of taking things for free. Let me finish it quickly. So, you going around getting things for free, it will land you in trouble. Even me here as well, when I'm asking you for giftings. You don't even want to gift me. You don't even want to subscribe. You don't even want to, you don't even want to do nothing. You know? But what I'm trying to say about that is, because I'm also getting my hustle on here. The likes, they help me. The subscribing, the comments, they create a bit of attraction, you know, whereby my page can be viewed by a lot of people, as if like I'm talking about anything important. You know. Maybe one day we might go viral. Who knows? So in this book here, they show you the teachings that came from the Oriental texts. The people from the East, if I was to call them that, they don't believe in healing a physical body, Jay. Like, you know, us here in the West, what we do, you got the headache, take some Compral. You got some constipation, take some laxatives. The people in a Eastern mythology or Eastern text, they don't do that. What they do is they treat you holistically. They don't only treat the symptoms, they treat the underlying causes. Did you know that unforgiveness can cause you cancer? Yeah. I tell you where I got this from. I got this from the book Louis Hay. The name of the book is You Can Heal Yourself. So now the pharmaceuticals as well, they busy rampaging this thing of thinking that it's the medication that helps us. It's not really the medication. There's something deeper, way deeper than the medication that heals us. Dr. Ben Carson, there's this guy, Dr. Ben Carson, he has a book. Ben Carson, the name of the book is Gifted Hands. This guy shows you, or he tells you, that the doctor dresses the wounds as God who heals the wounds. That's what he says. So you thinking that Compral is going to heal you or whatever it's going to heal you, it's nothing but a belief. A belief on your brain, it makes it so. If you think that your life is difficult, it's a belief. It makes it so. If you think that you're going to make it out of this situation, it's a belief and it makes it so. Oh yeah, hey, that's a brother. Hey man, when you're speaking about Dr. Joe Dispenza, don't go there. Don't go there. There's a couple of books from him. You Are the Placebo, Becoming Your New Self, Becoming Supernatural. It's a big book. Get yourself that book, read that book. It's full of scientific jargon, but read it page by page. Once you're done with that book, damn, bro, you can even fly. Yeah. I love that book where he speaks about what is this? Lupus. Lupus. He speaks about lupus. Lupus, by the way, it's an immune deficiency disease. Lupus is when your body starts attacking itself, just like cancer. And I know that a lot of people are struggling, or they know people that are struggling from lupus. Lupus is when your body is feeding on itself. It's not a nice thing because it leads to a lot of things. Multiple sclerosis, people lose their motor cortexes. All of a sudden you can't eat, you can't move, you know. But lupus is a condition that can be reversed, just like any other disease. Got your attention now. All diseases can be reversed. Cure All Diseases. The book by Hulda Recher Clark, PhD. How do you start improving on beliefs? How do you start improving on beliefs? You introduce yourself to new information. You start reading. You start researching. You start paying attention to the way how you react, the way how you do things. You stop being automatic. You now start taking over. They call that upgrading your belief. I've been having a lot of water. I'm going to go take a bit of a leak. So it's going to be a bit of a white noise. So keep on liking. If you want to give me money, my numbers are right here on the platform. And for you stingy, you know, just give me likes, followings and whatever. I'm trying to make these things to be fun and comical, not to pick up on you, you know. We're having fun here, dealing with very difficult concepts. See you in a minute or two. Then I'm back and I'm black. Can you guys tell me if I'm audible enough? Is my network still properly working? So that we can finish up on this forgiveness, not forgiveness, man, on the brain and belief or beliefs. By the way, this is a topic that I happen to have spoken about, your brain on forgiveness. Go check it out on my YouTube. How do you get to my YouTube? You go to my page and you click the YouTube button, then it will take you straight to my YouTube. Ideas that I express there, those are my ideas, my opinions. I'm coming in from my personal perspective. So it gives you a little bit of a break. You don't necessarily have to believe me. I actually ask repeatedly people not to believe me, for people to go do their own research, because the age of following, it's now over, or it's quickly dying. The time now that we need to do is to start following ourselves, believing in ourselves. And this does not loosely translate to you now leaving the church. If you feel like you want to leave the church, don't make me as an excuse. You know that you want to do it. You know? Hey! Voodoo child. So, and now here you are, you coming up with these numbers. You naughty. You'll make Christians run away from this platform here. You know? You have to understand that, you know, we have Christians here listening to us, you know. But by the way, I love what we're doing here. We're trying to break the barriers. Nobody should hate anybody because everybody is believing in anything that they want to do. That is called freedom. That is what we should do. We should cultivate an unconditional love for our brethren. Whether they do what you believe or they do what you don't believe, it's not the belief that makes us who we are. It's our true self that makes us who we are. Beliefs are nothing but grudges. A belief is like a car taking you from here to there. Eventually, you're going to have to find your true self. What's your true self? Your heart. But now, what you do is, for you to upgrade your beliefs, it's like when you upgrade your phone every day, upgrading the software. You probably did it this morning, or you're doing it right now. You probably have upgraded a software, YouTube, TikTok, your porn site, or whatever that you love. You upgrade a program for you to give you better functionality and efficiency. The same with us. Remember I said the brain for us is like a computer. Our beliefs are nothing but softwares and programs. If you want to improve your beliefs, you have to line them up. How do you line up your beliefs? Affirmations is one of them. Saying something over and over. You do it all the time. I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm hurting. I'm confused. That's a belief at work. But now, with the same energy, and I'm not saying for you to change a belief, I'm not saying you should buy a book, even if it might work. I'm not saying you should buy a crystal. I'm not saying you should do whatever. What you need to do is, on top of those things, buying a book, crystals, fasting, becoming a vegetarian, doing your pathing, whatever that you're doing, the bestest person that you have to read, it's yourself. Why do I do this? Why do I behave like this? Why does this sound annoy me? Why am I always angry at my partner? Why is it that I can't find anything good about my life? That's a belief at play. But now, what you do is, same energy, you change it. Before you can say, I'm broke, call it something else. Before you can say, I'm not loved, call it something else. You're changing up the belief. That's how you upgrade your software. A software that is outdated can break the computer. They call it a virus. You walking around here with 1995 beliefs. And this is 2024. Can you see what you're doing to your computer? No wonder it's breaking like this. Look at how people are getting sick in large numbers. Center of Disease Control, they call it CDC, they're coming up with 20 new diseases every quarter. New names. Why? We've broken the computer. Because we've clocked it in with inessential beliefs. Do you hate somebody because of their color? Because they're white, you're not going to listen to them. Because they're white, you're not going to read their books. You know? I want to show you how flimsy and stupid that perspective is. Let me show it to you. A lot of you guys here, you came into consciousness by reading books that were not written by our fellow black brothers and sisters. You came into consciousness because of Dr. Joe Dispenza. You came into consciousness because of Tony Buzan. You came into consciousness because of Tony Robbins. You came into consciousness because of Zig Ziglar. Whoever that brought you into this consciousness thingy that we call it. Did the color matter? It didn't. What mattered? Energy, information, knowledge. With that being said, by the way, you should be reading up the writers of the African descent. Like Babu Credo here, beautiful book. Zulu Shaman, nice book. Nice book, nice. Nice. Christians might not necessarily agree with him. You know, but then what does it have to do with the information? The information is, it's like a virgin. Information is waiting to be embraced. Let me not use the colorful language. So, they don't agree. Yeah, they don't. They just don't. So, that's how you upgrade the beliefs. Before I get out of here, I want to speak about one book in particular, and I swear I'll be out of here. This book, it's going to make your body cringe a little bit. It did that to me, and it also did that to my wife. And I know it's going to do it to you as well. If you already know about the concept, don't spoil it for other people. Play along. This book has something to do with religious belief, Christianity to go for. You know that time for, you know that, right? Every time when I want to switch a concept, you take me back. Let me go back. I can't leave this out. This is for YouTube. YouTube, now you're going to make this to be unnecessarily way too long, and people are going to get pissed off. That's why maybe people are not following me on YouTube, because I take the same videos and I put it on YouTube. If you find the videos useful, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to get hold of me privately, my numbers are right on my TikTok. Don't use the numbers to stalk the brother, but you can use it to send cash sends and PayPals, Yeah, I'm doing that now, Sipo. Oh, Kana, you just got here, right? No, do this. Keep on checking out my YouTube. I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow morning. I've already shown the books that I'm talking or taking from. But now you find me here dealing about the lies that are in a lot of books. Let me just confront that quickly, very quickly. This is a book that you can find from Great Empire of Khmer. You'll find them a lot on Facebook. They're also dominant on YouTube. It's by Mkhulu Singisa. The amount of knowledge and information in here. So yeah, that's that. In this book in here, you get given an African calendar. What's an African calendar? Us as Africans, we used and we still do follow the natural occurrences to set the paths, to set the dates, to set the measurement. What are the most, or I'd say two most prominent celestial occurrences that we observe? The sun and the moon. The sun, according to the African mythology, the sun is the father, the moon is the mother. The sun gives you the hydrogen, the moon gives you the oxygen. Without both of those things, you would not be here. Without the oxygen, without the hydrogen, you might as well forget. Now, those celestial movements or the celestial occurrences helped us to navigate through our time measurement. As a result, because equatorially, or I'd say according to the Zeptepi, or according to the map, or according to the geography, we are in a different time scale. We are in a different energy prevalence altogether. According to the Gregorian calendar, we are in the south. Most Africa is like, then we are here. The other people that are not in the south, they are also known to be in the north, or they are known to be in the north. This is just the geography 101. Now, there is no way that we can celebrate the same things. We cannot. And this is not to be controversial. There is no way that we can celebrate the same things, because when it's summer in the south, it's winter in the north. We knew that as Africans, we still do. Or we forgot. But the birds still know about that. The animals still know about that. That's why you'll see the birds migrating. Because the sun is no longer available that side, they go where the sun is. They call it energy prevalence, the sun. It's a trap frequency. Yeah, the moon only takes out your true self. If you're a bad person, the moon magnifies it. If you're an angry person, the moon magnifies it. That's what the moon does. The moon is the water, the mother. You're probably like, huh? I thought the moon was just the moon. Stick around. So according to this book here, everything that you know about March, everything because of continental driftings, because of colonization, because of Gregorian calendar, because of the Moors calendar, because of the Egyptian calendar, because of the whatever that you want to call it. And that is written a lot in here, the Atlantis. There's another book. Let me just get it. I was not intending to speak about this, but let's go. In this book here, I want to show you something about the calendars, because the calendars have changed over time for long. their ancestors came from out of space. This is a book by Maurice Chatelain. I want to show you our first astrological, or I'd say the Mayans, what do they call it? The Mayan calendar. It used to, or the, if you're into astrology, they show you something like this. This was before the adoption of the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is the calendar that you know. When it's Christmas, we're supposed to be celebrating Christmas in here. But according to the African calendar, no. During December time, it's the highest energy prevalent period. You're supposed to be getting in touch with your true self. Because now the sun is by us. So when you're saying a lot of what is written in the books, it could be a lie, I agree with you. But now, what can you do? That's why I say to people, don't only read one book, and don't only believe in one book. Read a lot of books. Because in that way, you open yourself up to a plethora of information. Let me just share this book before I can go. Mormonism Unmasked. I don't know if anybody knows about this concept, but for me, it actually chaffed me. I found it to be very interesting, particularly because today I wanted to do a video about the belief. I thought I'll share something a little bit about this book. This book is a fucking controversial book, particularly to the people that grew up from the clergy belt. If you came out from the Christian background or the Abrahamic religion, if you came from Judaism, your Christianity, your those kind of type of father-orientated religions, this aspect of religion or belief pisses over that. In this book here, they tell you that God has a wife. You think I'm joking? Let me read it for you. Just now you think I'm making it up. And I want to show you the title. So that you don't say these are my words. This is a book that you can find and take a lot. I think you can also research a little bit about Mormonism Unmasked. I don't really believe or agree with pretty much what they're talking about in here, but I found their ideologies to be very thought-provoking. Particularly because I want to show people that a belief is something that you can change. A belief is something that you must change. Or at least consider that ideology. Unless they told you that you go to heaven. Because a lot of us have been sold that concept. We think that for us to go to heaven, we have to die. But what do you say to books like these that I normally show every time? A book by Dr. Joseph Murphy, who says that heaven and hell are nothing but the states of mind. So do you see where the problem is? A belief can be holding you back, or could be holding you back. This is what this book says here. So now nobody wants to like my page now, even if I'm going like 10 minutes above my time. Oh, you guys are so stingy, but I know my YouTube people are going to make it rain. I'm deserting you guys now. Is God married? These are not my words. These guys here, they are allegedly. Let's read something. Just something. Just to make your heart hurt. It cannot be hurting by myself. Let's go. Let's read something. They teach that after this man and woman died and went to heaven, and after eons of time, they advanced to the point where they were appointed to be God and goddesses of earth. God and his wife procreated the spirits and every person who was or will be born on this earth. You think that idea is not fascinating enough? Let's read another thing. I cannot be shocked by myself. Is there one God or many gods? According to this belief of Mormonism, this is what they say about monotheism, one God, polytheism, many gods. Let's hear what they say. Is there one God? One of the themes throughout the Bible is the creator of the universe, the God of Israel, is the only true God. This is emphasized time after time in the book of Isaiah. Before me there was no God formed, nor shall there be after me. Isaiah 43 verse 10. I am the first and I am the last. Right? Yet Mormonism says there are multiple gods. From the theistic perspective of Christian whatever, let me read. This is what they say. We believe in God, the eternal Father, and His Son, Jesus Christ, and in the Holy Ghost. But a non-Mormon is unlikely to realize that this is a very abbreviated statement of this belief. The problem lies in what the statement does not say. Mormons believed that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are totally separate gods. Just according to this book, Mormonism Unmasked. Mormonism believes that there are polytheistic, meaning many gods than one. Do you know how is this religion classified? This is Christianity. If you go to research it on your Google, go research it. It's part of Christianity. With a twist. They happen to have their own Bible, by the way. Do you see how dangerous or how deadly a belief can get? Speaking of that, let me finish up with this. Because I've already shown you guys the books that I had. I think I'll speak about this next week or some other time when I get the time. The Fourth Secret of Fatima. I'm going to have to dedicate a lot of time on this book because I can't do it within an hour, because this book as well. Where's the book there? There's a book that I want to finish up with. Let me finish up with this. Particularly for your question about the Bible being the truth. I'm not here to be the judge. You'll be the judge. I think I've submitted enough evidence, theses about beliefs, about what beliefs do to a brain. So your job is to open up and watch out. I look a bit. Let me just fix up my network. I look a bit bouncy, but I hope that I'm fine. Let me just continue and finish up with this. I'm going to read in here. This is from the official book. Back then when our parents used to study biblical studies, it used to be called BIBS. Remember those days? This is the book that was released in 1977. This is the cover of the book, Biblical Studies, Standard 6. This book was released 1977. This book details the books that never made it to the Bible. And these are not my words. We're reading it from this book. And you be the judge. I'm not saying that you should believe this or believe that. Now all of a sudden you want to leave your church, you want to make me as an excuse. Or you want to leave your organization because now you want to make me as an excuse. No, do whatever that you want to do, because all the answers that you're looking for, they're not going to be found in the building. They're not going to be found from the prophet. They're going to be found in you. The more you upgrade your beliefs, you'll see this computer working fast. You know, it'll be like, I can sleep easy. I start enjoying food. My life starts getting lighter. Doesn't mean like now you have money or things have changed in your life. No, your perception has changed. That's what a belief is. There are books that never made it to the Bible. They call them apocryphal texts. Some people call them blasphemous texts. These are the books that never made it to the Bible canon. By the way, the Bible had to be decided upon. It was not just given. There was a plethora and several amount of meetings, crusades, creeds, to decide what has to get into the Bible and what's not going to get into the Bible. They call it the Bible Canon. The Bible, as you know it, it has 66 books in total. I think 28 New Testament and the rest Old Testament. But before your Bible became what it is that we're using in 2024, it was not that. It had a lot of books that had to be taken out. 100 AD. Whatever that means. Time-wise. Let's read the books that were taken out to say, these ones, we don't want them here. The Gospel of the 12. The Gospel of the 70. The Gospel of James. The Gospel of Judas Iscariot. Yeah. You only know his Bible side of the story. Wait until you get his side of the story. You'll now understand why he did what he did. Get yourself that book. The Gospel of Matthias. The Gospel of Peter. The Gospel of Eve. Everybody knows Eve to be the bad girl, you know. Just when you open the Bible, Eve gets given a bad rap. Yeah. Just when you open up the Bible, everybody was pissing on Eve. I mean, it was Eve who gave me the apple. Hey, bruh. But get yourself the book of Eve. You'll get a different story. Get it from the horse's mouth. The Gospel of Mary. Not the mother, but Mary Magdalene. There's something I have to mention in the light of what I just said. Alright, probably it moved again. I wanted to show you the Da Vinci Code book by Dan Brown. Dan Brown mentions in the Da Vinci Code book, this is a book that your church will tell you not to read. They will tell you, they'll even have a meeting. They will tell you, don't listen or read such books. You know, one of the books that your church will tell you not to read is the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. In this book, Dan Brown says, or he alleges the following. Jesus had a wife. And he alleges that Jesus' wife was Mary Magdalene. And they had children. This is an allegation by Dan Brown. This is public information. It's not me here speaking out of my broken teeth. The Gospel of Thomas. A lot of people know the Gospel of Thomas. The Gospel according to the Hebrews. The Gospel according to the Egyptians. The Acts of Andrew. The Acts of Barnabas. The Acts of Paul. The Acts of Peter, Philip. The Acts of Thomas. The Acts of John. The Act of Bartholomew, something like that. They call them apocryphal book. I will leave you with this question. Why do you think they left them out? If you've been doing the study. So I'm going to put this on YouTube. Please subscribe. We have some classes that are going on. If you want to be part of those classes, send me an inbox or send me a WhatsApp. If you want to be part of the WhatsApp group where we're sharing books, there's a link up there. You click that link, it will send you to my WhatsApp group where we're sharing books. We don't necessarily support any belief. We don't necessarily promote any belief. We don't speak ill against any belief. We are very respectable adults. If you believe in that, good for you. If you believe in that, good for you. But we are trying to outgrow this thing of arguing about uncontextual things. Speaking about which God is better, which God is bigger, it's not contextual. It's more like intellectual masturbation. Us arguing about religion, arguing about which God or is tradition or who's going to heaven, who's going to hell, it doesn't carry content anymore. It's more like intellectual masturbation, like I said. So stop jacking off, having arguments about this and that. Let's start talking about how do we make this thing work together, because all of us are one. When are we going to get that? That's what we should be talking about. Signing out. You can still follow me once, even if I'm done. Click that. It will send you to the WhatsApp group. My numbers are here if you want to ask me something on the side. Or if you want to send me something, that is also welcome. But yet, the bestest gift enough for me is, let's start reading, folks, so that we can upgrade our beliefs.